So, good morning, all of you, my dear children. So, in our previous class, already we started geometrical isomerism. What is geometrical isomerism? It is the isomerism around C double bond C or ring. So, like that, boys. So, here it is due to restricted rotation. This isomerism, this is also called as configurational isomerism. It is a part of configurational. So, already confirmation we covered, boys. It is a configurational isomerism. In configurational isomerism, this is first one, that is geometrical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism is due to restricted rotation. That means not free rotation. It is due to restricted rotation around either C double bond C or C double bond N, whatever it may be, but restricted rotation between two atoms. That is the presence of pi bond. That is the presence of pi bond. Okay, already we covered around C double bond C and some there is oximes like that. All those compounds are covered, boys. So cyclic condition. So that is a bicyclo. That is not bicyclo. That is spiro compounds, polyphenol compounds. So cumulines. So these are we covered in our previous class. Now let us start geometrical isomerism, in particular in bicyclo compounds. What are bicyclo compounds? Bicyclo compounds are nothing but here two rings are fused with two common carbon atoms. Two common carbon atoms are there. Spira means one carbon is in common. At one carbon, two rings are joined, fused. That is called as spiro compounds. If two carbons are used for joining these rings, that is called as bicyclo compounds. These bicyclo compounds are labeled as bicyclo 120, that is A, B, C, A greater than B greater than C. Already the naming is completed, boys. That naming of bicyclo compounds we completed. Bicyclo and spiro compounds already we completed. Okay, so now let us discuss our geometrical isomerism in case of bicyclo compounds. So boys, all these are the examples for bicyclo compounds. Here bicyclo compounds I am going to divide with AB0 and ABC. AB0 means so no bridged carbon. So between carbon and carbon, no another bridged carbon. See here, these are the two bridged carbons. So no other carbon is there. So it is 1, it is 1, it is 0 between these two. So that's why it is 1, 1, 0 type. So see here no bridge. Here two carbons, no carbon. So no carbon between these two bridges. So that is 2, 2, 0. Here three carbons, two carbons, 3, 2, 0. So that means AB0 type compounds, ABC compounds. That means all numbers are positive. All numbers are positive. So let us discuss one by one. So see here ABC type. So boys, here cis trans isomerism. Cis means so 0 means what is 0? 0 means between two bridged carbons there is no other carbon. See here between two bridged carbons one carbon is there. It is 2, 2, 1. It is one carbon. It is one carbon between these two. So no carbon is available. Here two carbons and one carbon between these two. That is why it is 2, 2, 1. It is 1, 1, 0. Here also it is two carbons. No carbon between these two. Therefore 2, 2, 0 is systematic. Already if you don't know, once again go and check bicyclo compounds naming again. Okay. So see here. See boys, in all these compounds, generally in bicyclo compounds, so here exo and endo system is applied, boys. Exo means same side, similar groups on same side. And that is nothing but our cis compound. Endo means trans end. That is similar groups are opposite sides. Exo and endo system. So in bicyclo compounds, cis trans, we call it as exo compound and endo compound. Exo and endo. Let us discuss one by one. Let us discuss one by one. Here exo means cis means exo. Trans means endo. Trans means endo. So let us discuss one by one, boys. See here. It is 110 system. That means one carbon, no carbon between two bridge carbons. So therefore it is 1-1 system, boys. At anywhere, what you have to turn this compound. So that means simple end. Always the compound is identical end. No other compound is it is not possible to write. If any other compounds you should write, that is similar to this. That is why it is not cis, it is not trans. That is why for 110 system, no cis and no trans. For 110 system, no cis, no trans. Okay. So next, here 220 system, boys. That means two carbons left, two carbons right, not left right, higher to lower end. So it is A. So A greater than B greater than C system, boys. In bicyclo compounds, the naming, three numbers you should mention in square brackets. So without any comma, just a space between those two those numbers. So that is from higher to lower end. Okay, here two carbons, and no carbonate bridge condition. So 220. Here also, any compound you should write that is similar to same compound, that is we call it as cis compound. So always cis end, no trans is possible in these conditions. So only cis is possible, but not trans whenever 220 type compounds are exist. Whenever 220 type compounds are exist, so cis and trans, so only cis is possible, no trans. Only cis is possible, no trans. Okay. Yes, it is no cis, no trans. That means every compound is identical. So those are not seems to be cis, same side, same side. Here same side is possible, but opposite side is not possible. Here opposite side is not possible. That is why only cis is exists, but not trans. Okay. Yes, only 220. Only 220 system, only cis exists, but not trans. 110 system, no cis, no trans. Next, 320 system. 320 system. So see here. So cis trans existed. Cis means exora. Trans means endo. Cis means exo, trans means endo. So both cis and trans is possible, boys. So based on these two hydrogens, so it is possible bridge hydrogens and bridge head hydrogens. Those are called as bridge hydrogens. So those bridge hydrogens seems to be both cis and trans conditions. So in 220 system, both cis and trans are exist. Okay. Next, here 410 system. 410 system. Here also, these are bridge head carbons and bridge carbons. Okay. So these bridge carbons are seems to be like this. So it is 4 carbons, 1 carbon, it is 0. 410. So it has cis compound, it has trans compound. So cis means exo, trans means endo. Cis means exo, trans means endo. That system is possible. That system is possible. Okay. So it is not, boys, for explanation purpose, it's not that much easy to explain this. So now I'm going to explain ABC system. Which one is cis, which one is trans? Which one is cis, which one is trans? See here, 2-1 type compound. 2-1 type compound. So see here, it is 2 carbons, it is 2 carbons. Between two bridge heads, 1 carbon is there, 2-1. See here, boys, here this bridge head moving seems to be up and seems to be up. Okay. So here, so it is the first carbon, second carbon, first carbon, second carbon. This is the compound boys. So at second position, COOH existed. COOH, that is carboxylic acid. So the name of this compound is bicyclo 221 221. Total 7 carbons, heptane 221 heptane. It is COOH boys, carboxylic acid at second position. So that is 2-carboxylic acid. 2-carboxylic acid. It is the name of this compound boys. See here, this COOH group of second carbon, this carbon of this one end, both seems to be up end. That means the same side. Both seems to be up. Same side. Same side means exosystem. So see here, it is a down end. COOH seems to be down. So it is a bridgehead carbon towards up end. Bridgehead carbon towards upper. So it is opposite inside. So therefore, this seems to be opposite. That is why it stands nothing but endo end. So here exo and endo system explanation is possible, boys. So it is possible. Okay. Next, see here also. So it is up. It is also up end. It is anhydride compound, boys. So here 2 hydrogens are in down, same side. So this is hydrogen, boys. This is hydrogen. 2 hydrogens cis. This bulky group and this bridgehead are the same side. Therefore, it is exo cis system, boys. Cis system. So it is up, it is down. It is up, it is down end. Okay. So therefore, it is upward direction. It seems to be up. This bulky group seems to be down. This bulky group seems to be down. Now it is endo system, boys. So it is the way to explain exo and endo compounds. So in bicyclo compounds, so that means the bridgehead carbon towards up and bulky group towards down. Opposite. Opposite means endo system. So both are in same site. That is exosystem. So it is the way to explain exo and endo compounds. Exo and endo compounds, in particular bicyclo compounds. Bicyclo compounds. Boys, camphor. Camphor. So it is camphor. So its structure is like this. Bicyclo compound, boys. So its structure is like this. This is camphor. Sorry, here double bond. This is camphor, boys. It has no cis, no trans condition, boys. So number of geometrical isomers in this case, only this structure exists. So number of geometrical isomers for camphor is equal to 1. Only this structure exists. Only this structure exists. That is about camphor. It is camphor. So very, very, very important. Okay. So this is about geometrical isomerism in case of bicyclo compounds. Bicyclo compounds. Okay, boys. Let us discuss one question. See here. Question that is calculate the number of isomers, nothing but structural and geometrical. Structural, geometrical, no optical conditions, because optical not covered here. No optical. So number of isomers, excluding optical isomers, for C6H12. C6H12. For C6H12, so he want to find out number of isomers. That includes both structural and geometrical boys. And also consider only open chain compounds. Consider only open chain. So don't take ring conditions. Only open chain compounds consider, and structural number of structural isomers and number of geometrical isomers. So let us discuss one by one, boys. See here, C6H12. So it is alkene. It is the general formula CnH2n formula. That is nothing but alkene. One pi bond must be there. One pi bond must be there. Degree of unsaturation is equal to 1. So see here, only C6H12. Its a degree of unsaturation is equal to 1. It has 1 pi bond or 1 ring. 1 pi bond or 1 ring. So don't he consider only open chain. That is why ring is not considered. Only 1 pi bond system is considered. Only 1 pi bond. That is open system we consider it. See here, C6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is pi bond. I'm changing the position of pi bonds. I'm drawing pi bonds. It is between 1 and 2. It is between 2 and 3. It is between 2 and 3. Yes. Next. It is between, see boys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is at 1. It is at 3. At 2. It is at 3. These are only possible. Next, with 6 continuation chains. Next one, so I'm drawing like this. Iso group I'm using, boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means these 3 carbons. I'm using this one. I'm using this one. See here, boys. Here, carbon attached to 2 hydrogens. That means no cis, no trans possible. So that means only 1 compound for this one. Here, it is the transposition. Similar groups opposite. That means bulky groups opposite side. Hydrogens. So these 2 bar hydrogens, boys. It is hydrogen, hydrogen. It is a trans condition. So its cis is also possible. So therefore, here cis trans isomerism exists. So 2 conformants, so 2 structures are possible. One is cis, another one is trans. Here also, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen. That is a trans condition, boys. Cis also possible. Here also 2 isomers possible. Both cis and trans, 2 isomers possible. Next, here also, so it is hydrogen. It is hydrogen. So it is a trans. Here also cis trans isomerism existed. So these are chain isomers. So these are chain or position isomers. That is structural isomers. And here cis trans also exists. That means this compound gives 2 structures. This compound gives 2 structures. This compound gives 2 structures. Now I'm changing the conditions, boys. See here. This is one more. I'm taking double bond at here. I'm taking double bond at here. This is, I'm taking double bond at here. I'm taking double bond at here. Double bond at here. Okay. That is next. Next. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yes. Double bond at here. Double bond at here. Double bond at here. No other structure is possible, boys, like this. Double bond at here with the 2 methyl groups. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I am taking double bond at here. Double bond at here. Double bond at here. These are the total structures, boys. All these are structural isomers. Now consider where geometrical isomer is possible, not possible. See here, double bond. Here two hydrogens. So not possible. Only one structure exists. Here also terminal ending. So CH2. So only one structure exists. No cis and trans. Here. So in this case, boys. So here cis trans is possible ending. Here, so terminal condition are no cis, no trans. No cis, no trans. Next, here, terminal condition, no cis, no trans. Because both the carbon, both are hydrogens, but this carbon two hydrogens. That means if two atoms are same, cis trans isomerism not existent. Next, here two groups are same ending. Here, two groups are same. Similar groups are there. Therefore, no cis, no trans ending. No cis, no trans. Here terminal hydrogens, no cis, no trans. Here also terminal, no cis, no trans. Next here, similar groups, no cis, no trans. No cis, no trans. All these are C6H12 compounds, boys. All these are C6H12. Now count the number of isomers, including if you want only structural isomers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 structural isomers are possible. So geometrical isomers you should include. So geometrical isomers you should include. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 is possible. So therefore, so total number of isomers including structural and geometrical isomers, 17 is the answer. 17 is the answer. It is a way to explain. So how many structural isomers and how many geometrical isomers, how to find out. So just it is our assumption, boys. So no formula is there. Number of structural, number of geometrical, no formula is there. Okay, because structural also there. Only geometrical, there is a formula. Only optical, there is a formula. But both structural, geometrical, there is no formula, boys. So just our prediction. It is just our prediction. Okay, so note down these conditions. So very, very, very important. See here, boys. Now, nomenclature in geometrical isomerism. How to name the compounds. So nomenclature in geometrical isomers. So already we used the formula cis and trans. That is the name cis and trans. Similar groups are in the same side cis. Similar groups are in opposite side trans. So we are observed, boys. So in case of oxides, how to write? In case of other compounds, how to write? Now geometrical, that is the nomenclature, boys. So see here. So our topic is nomenclature in geometrical isomerism. Nomenclature in geometrical isomerism. Boys, different types of geometrical isomer naming is there. That means one of them is cis trans. We know what is that. Similar groups are in the same side cis. Similar groups are on opposite side trans. That means so around C double bond C. Around C double bond C. See here. First variety is cis trans system and cis trans nomenclature. So for C double bond C. Okay, so similar groups, it is X, it is H, it is Y, whatever it may be. Similar groups are in the same side, cis compounds. Similar groups are in the opposite sides. At least one of the two One of the two groups of the two carbon atoms are same. At least one of the two groups or two atoms of the same two double bonded carbons are same. Automatically, this cis trans isomerism possible, boys. This is a trans system, and this is a trans system. Cis trans condition, boys. Cis trans. So similar groups are in the same side cis. Similar groups are in the opposite side trans. Okay, already number of examples we covered, boys. Number of examples we covered. Cis and trans conditions. So this is about cis trans system. Next, see here. Just a minute, boys. Here is the double bond. Here is a double bond. Here is a double bond. See, boys, what about this? At this double bond, is this cis system or trans system? Observe. It is a bulky group. It is bulky. Two bulky groups are in the opposite side. Here, two hydrogens are opposite side. So no doubt it is a trans. At this C double bond C, trans system is possible. Here, it is hydrogen. It is hydrogen. Both the hydrogens are in the same site. So two bulky groups are in the same site. It is a cis component. At this double bond, cis position is available. Now, what about this? So here, two bulky groups in the same site and remaining two hydrogens in the same site. Here also, cis is possible. Cis is possible. It is a way to identify whether the compound is a cis compound or trans compound. Cis compound or trans compound. It is one of them. One of them. See, boys, I'm writing here. See here. I'm taking double bond here. I'm taking double bond there. Is this double bond cis or trans? So see here, it is bulky group. It is bulky group. Two bulky groups are in the same site. Therefore, it is a cis system. It is cis system. Next, I'm taking. See here. I'm taking double bond at here. Double bond at here. Here is bulky group. Here is bulky group. So two bulky groups are in the opposite sides. Therefore, it is a trans system. It is a trans. Okay. So see here. This is group. I'm taking double bond at this position. Is this cis or trans? At this double bond, cis position or trans condition? Yes. So it is this side, it is there, it is trans end. Now I'm taking double bond at this position. I'm taking double bond at this position. Is this cis or trans? Yes, it is a cis. Yes, it is a cis. Okay. Now the structure is cis, boys. Previously we explained trans condition. Now it is. This is. What about this? Is this cis or trans? Is this cis or trans? Yes, cis. So it's a trans is twisted. Already we wrote at the time of cycloalkanes, boys. So minimum number of carbons to express cis trans isomerism, that is geometric isomerism for cycloalkenes is 8. Up to 7, not possible. So from 8 onwards, it is possible. Already we wrote at the time of cycloalkanes, alkenes. At the time of cycloalkenes, the minimum number of carbons required to exhibit geometrical isomerism is 8. So this is possible. So now, is this cis trans? Is this cis trans? Okay, boys, it is cycloalkene with carbons 6 ending. Cycloalkene with carbons 6. So cycloalkene, so minimum carbons, minimum carbon atoms, 8 is required, but is only 6. It is not cis, not trans. No cis, no trans boys. Minimum number of carbons required for cycloalkene to exhibit geometrical isomerism is 8. But only 6 carbons are there. Therefore, geometrical isomerism not exhibited by that compound boys. It is not cis, it is not trans. It is not a geometrical isomer. It is not a geometrical isomer. So see here, what about this 8 carbon set? So carbon number 8. Here geometrical isomerism possible, even though it is alkene. In ring, minimum carbons required is 8. Minimum carbons required is 8. So it doesn't exhibit geometrical isomerism, even though it is alkene. Minimum carbons required for to exhibit geometrical isomerism is 8. So it is, that is why it is not possible, boys. So it is a cis trans isomerism, boys. So similar group same side, cis. Similar group opposite side, trans. Next, second case, that is second one, syn and anti system. Syn compound, anti compound. What is a syn anti system? Syn means same side. Anti means opposite side. Syn means the same side, anti means opposite side. Where, sir? Where this concept is applicable? It is for oximes and azo compounds. For oximes and azo compounds, this is syn anti system we explain, boys. For oxo and azo compounds, this is syn anti system is possible, boys. So oxime means nitrogen double bonded with carbon. So nitrogen has one lone pair and hydrogen. Sorry, OH. It is oxide. Carbon has two groups, boys. So carbon has two valency. If these two valency are same, no geometrical isomerism. If these two valency are different, it is, for example, it is aldehyde, it is alkyl group, it is called as aldoxide. For ketoxide, C double bond N, one lone pair, one OH. If both the alkyl groups are attached, it is called as ketoxide. It is called as ketoxide, it is called as aldoxide. Okay, now see here. See here. So now I'm going to explain aldoxide. For aldoxide, how to identify which one is syn and which one is anti. See here, carbon double bonded with nitrogen, one OH and lone pair. Nitrogen has lone OH and lone pair any. Another one is a H and it is alkyl group, boys. Any alkyl. Okay, so OH, that means if OH and H of aldoxide are in the same side, these two are in the same side, boys. Only in case of aldoxides, if H and OH are in the same sides, that is a syn compound. Okay, if H and OH are in opposite sides, H and OH opposite sides, it is anti-formant. If H and OH are in the opposite side, that is anti-form. If H and OH are in the same side, that is a syn formant. So syn anti system is applicable for aldoximes like this. For example, ketoximes are there. If ketoximes are there, so how to explain which one is a syn compound, which one is anti compound. How to name that compound? Okay, see here. What is ketoxime? Carbon attached with two different alkyl groups. This is ketoxime, boys. So ketoxime. Ketoxime, boys. Let us take CH3, CH3, NOH, lone pair. Okay. So first for this, see boys, both the attached alkyl groups are same. No geometrical isomerism. Yes. No geometrical isomerism. In this case, no geometrical isomerism. Now, I am taking this one. OH, lone pair, CH3, C2H5. Ethyl group. C2H5. This is what we explained, boys. Okay. See here. Here OH and methyl group, instead of hydrogen, methyl is there. That means OH and methyl are in C. Here OH and CH3 are in syn position, and OH and C2H5 are in anti position. So OH and C2H5 are in anti position. OH and methyl group are in same position. Now it's a name. I'm trying to write the name of this compound, boys. So what is the name of this compound? What is that? Is so it is so methyl ethyl ketoxide. Actually, it is methyl ethyl ketoxide. Okay, but methyl is a syn to OH. Therefore, it is syn methyl ethyl ketoxide. That means syn methyl. That means OH and methyl is same. So, or anti ethyl methyl ketoxide. Both are acceptable for this case, boys. So that means anti-ethyl is there. That means OH and ethyl are anti. Syn methyl OH and methyl are in syn position. So this is the way to write the name of the ketoxames, boys. So it is not possible. That is for aldoxames, no controversy because one of them is hydrogen. Hydrogen and OH is same side. Syn hydrogen and OH are in the opposite side, anti. But so aldoxane, ketoxane. So see here. So C double bond N, OH lone pair. It is H, it is alkyl group wise. So that means it is H, OH. So in case it is aldoxide, in aldoxide, H and OH always exists. In aldoxide, H and OH always exists. Because so this carbon must connected with one of the hydrogen side. This carbon must connected with is one of the its valency with satisfied with hydrogen. Therefore, aldoxime always hydrogen is there, carbon bonded with hydrogen. But in ketoximes, so both are alkyl groups, no hydrogen is available. So both are alkyl groups, no hydrogen is available. In this case, which one is cis, syn, which one is anti? So that alkyl group we should mention it. So it is a syn methyl, it is anti-ethyl. For what? OH. So therefore, syn methyl, ethyl ketone, another one is anti-ethyl, another one is methyl. Anti-ethyl, methyl ketoxide. Anti-methyl, ethyl ketoxide. So this is the way to write the name of IUPAC, that is the naming of oximes, boys, either for aldoximes or ketoximes. Now, what about that azo compounds? What are azo compounds? See here. Azo compounds. What are azo compounds? N double bond N compounds, boys. So N double bond N compounds. So one bond is with another one. One should be lone pair. Nitrogen has lone pair any. So nitrogen has 3 valency, 1 valency, another one. One should be lone pair, boys. Therefore, both the nitrogen has lone pairs. If lone pairs are in the same site, it is a syn compound. If lone pairs are on the opposite side, it is anti-compound. Both the lone pairs are in the same side, syn compound. Both the lone pairs are in the opposite side, that is anti-compound. So it is possible in case of azo. Azo means N double bond N compounds. N double bond N compounds are called as azo compounds. So nitrogen has lone pair. This nitrogen also has lone pair. Both the lone pairs are in the same side, syn. Both the lone pairs are in the opposite side, that is anti. So it is the way to explain. So syn anti-isomerism in case of aldoxymes, ketoxymes, and also azo compound. It is another type of naming, boys. Already in bicyclic condition, what we observe exo and endo. That is what is that? In case of bicycle, that is exo-endo-systematic. Similar side, exo compound, opposite side, endo compound. That is another way of explanation, boys, in case of bicyclo compound. For bicycle system, the nomenclature is exo-endo-systematic. For oximes, it is a syn anti-systematic. For C double bond C, it is cis trans systematic. Sir, if C double bond C bonded with 4 different groups, how to name the compound? Is this cis or trans? How to explain? So let us take EZ nomenclature, boys. That is very, very, very important. So now, EZ nomenclature. Third time, EZ nomenclature. Very, very, very important. What is E? E means Edgegen. E-N-T, Ent, Gegen, G-E-G-E-G-E-N. Edgegen. Z means Zosomen. Z-U, S-S-A-M-E-N. Zosomen. Edgegen, Zosomen. Edgegen, and the opposite meaning. It is opposite side. Zosomen means same side. Opposite side, same side. That means opposite side is nothing but it is transformed. If you feel transform, so then you use E form and E condition. So same side means cis end. If you observe cis condition, so you mention Z condition. Z later. Z means Josemen means cis end. So E means Edgegen means opposite means trans. If you observe trans condition, so that is E. Therefore, EZ means so trans and cis system. Trans and cis system. So Z means cis, E means trans. Z means trace, E means. Sir, when this concept is applicable? If so, this is applicable for alkenes having C double bond C with 4 different groups. So that means C double bond C. There is C double bond C, boys. So this is our system. So this carbon has 2 free valency. This carbon has 2 free valency. All these 4 valency, 2 plus 2, 4 valency, satisfied with 4 different groups, A, B, C, D. If C double bond C bonded with 4 different groups, then this EZ system is applicable. Then this EZ system is applicable. So that means C double bond C, both the carbons have 2 valency, total 4 valency. All those 4 valencies is satisfied with 4 different groups. No 2 groups are same bonds. 4 different groups. Then EZ nomenclature is applicable. Then EZ nomenclature is applicable. Boys, this point is very, very, very important. It is a valid point, boys. When you apply EZ condition, yes, I will explain, Karthik, wait. So if C double bond C is bonded with 4 different groups. So see here, for example, C double bond fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. For this system, EZ nomenclature is applicable. Okay, whenever C double bond C is bonded with 4 different groups, so EZ system is applicable. Sir, how to identify whether it is E or Z? So to identify EZ conditions, we can follow, we can observe. So some rules, those are called as CIP rules, SIP rules. So Chern-Ingold-Prelog rules. So these are called as so very, very important priority rules, boys. So by using these rules, we can identify. Okay, so we can identify which is E, which one is Zn. See here. Okay. CHAN, Chern, Ingold, Prelog rules are used to predict the priority of the groups. To predict the priority of the groups, Chern-Ingold-Prelog rules. This is in short CIP rules. Sequence rules. These are called as sequence rules. So Chern-Ingold-Prelog rules. So by using these CIP rules, we can identify which group is more prior, which group is less prior. Priority we should decide it, boys. See here. Let us, sir, what is that? For example, there is C double bond. For this, 2 groups are attached. For this, 2 groups are attached. The attached group for these 2 is one is A and one is B. It is C, another one is D. So see, boys, for this carbon, these are the 2 groups attached. For this carbon, these are the 2 groups attached. Okay. So among these 2 groups attached to this carbon, which one is more prior? Both are not same, no doubt at all. But one is more prior, another one is less prior. So priority that is decided. For example, A is the most prior group. It is more prior. Now let us observe if among these 2 groups, which one is more prior? Let us take this one is more prior. Let this one has more prior. Okay, if more prior group are on the opposite side of C double bond C, if more prior groups are in the opposite side of C double bond C, that seems to be trans. Trans means, so boys, it is a trans condition, it is a cis condition, boys. So it seems to be trans. Trans means it is E form. Trans means E form. It is E isomer. For example, both are in the same side. That is the cis form. That is Z form. Sir, how to identify which one is more prior? That is decided with the help of this CIP rules. So now let us discuss one by one, boys. Let us discuss one by one. So CIP rules. First one, see here, boys. more atomic number gives more priority. More atomic number gives more priority. See here, how sir? See, this is the carbon attached with this fluorine, this chlorine. Carbon directly attached with the fluorine, directly attached with the chlorine. Its atomic number Z is equal to 17. Its atomic number Z is equal to 9. So more atomic number, more priority. Therefore, among fluorine and chlorine, which one is more prior? Among fluorine and chlorine, which one is more prior? Tell me. So no doubt chlorine is more prior group. More atomic number, chlorine. Now it is bonded with carbon. It is bromine. It is iodine, boys. Okay. So among these two, this is more prior. Among these two, which one is more prior? More prior. So in our table, prior table, top to bottom atomic number increases. Atomic number. Therefore, it has more atomic number in it. Therefore, it has more priority, boys. That means it is more prior, it is more prior. More prior groups are in the same side or opposite side. No doubt these two are in the same side. Same side means, so that is a cis-ra. Cis means it is a jet format. It is jet form. That means if directly attached atoms of the two carbon atoms are different, directly attached groups of the directly attached atoms of double bonded carbon are different. So just you should identify which one has more atomic number, that has more priority. Okay, it is the first condition. It is the first rule. It is the first rule. Okay, second rule. If Z is equal to say that not that, it is better to go with atomic number. Atomic number is the same. Sir, when atomic number is same, isotopes. Atomic number same means for isotopes. If atomic number is same, now more mass number has more priority. More mass number, more priority. If atomic number is same, more mass number, more priority. So that means, for example, carbon double bonded with carbon, it is hydrogen, it is deuterium, so it is oxygen OH with atomic number mass number 16. It is OH with mass number 18. It is better to go with 17. Mass number 17, mass number 16. Boys, see here hydrogen deuterium. Hydrogen atomic number 1, deuterium atomic number 1. That's why atomic number same. Now mass number, which one has more mass number? Hydrogen has 1, deuterium has 2 only. So therefore, so its mass number is 2 only. Therefore, that is more priority. Here mass number, both the oxygen atoms attached, boys, similar atoms. So it has mass number 16, it has mass number 17. Therefore, this has more priority. More priority means, so more prior groups are in the same side of the double bond. Therefore, so it is seems to be cis. Cis is nothing but jet. It is once again jet form. So that means if atomic numbers are same, automatically we should identify mass numbers. Though more mass number, more is the atomic number. It is possible only if atomic number is so same. If atomic number different, automatically more size, more atomic number, more priority. If atomic numbers are same, decide that one with mass number. Okay, it is second rule. It is the second rule. So atomic numbers and atomic mass numbers. Next, third rule. See here. Third rule అండి. Third rule. What is this? Okay. For example, I'm taking this compound like this. C double bond C. This is bonded with CH2Cl. It is bonded with CHCl. Okay, I'm going to identify the priority of these two groups. Which one is more prior among these two? Which one is more prior among these two? So see boys, so this is CH2Cl. I'm writing like CH2Cl. This is I'm writing like this CHClCl. Okay, that means this is the group attached directly to the carbon, boys. So this carbon directly attached to two carbons. If first atom is same, we should give importance to the next atom. We should give importance to the next atom. If first atom is the same, we should give importance to the next atom. See here, so first atom same, so that means it is not possible. Okay, so this carbon attached with hydrogen, chlorine, chlorine. These are the other atoms. This carbon attached to hydrogen, chlorine, chlorine. Sorry, it is two hydrogens, chlorine, hydrogen, chlorine, chlorine, boys. So see here, these are the atoms are similar. These are, but this is different ending. But this is different. So here first atom same, second atom is also same. Let us observe. So third atom, next going towards third atom. So hydrogen, chlorine, it has more atomic number, it has less atomic number. So therefore, it has more priority, it has less priority. So this is the way to identify, it is the way to identify priority of the group. If first atom is same, go for second. They're same, go for next, go for next. So at one position, it is possible to explain. So which one is more prior? Which one is more prior? See here, now C double bond C. That is, it is CH3. It is CH2CH. CH2CH. That means, so here directly attached atoms are same. So this carbon attached directly with 3 hydrogens. This is 2 hydrogens with carbon. So this one cancel. This one. Here hydrogen, it is carbon. This one has more priority. That is why it is more prior than that. It is more prior than that. Okay. It is the priority rule. It is the priority rule. So that means if first atom is the same, then go for next. Then go for next. So at one position, it is possible to separate. So to identify priority. To identify priority. Okay. Next one, fourth point. At least one atom is heavier. At least one atom is heavier. That will get preference. That will get preference. For example, it is bonded with CH2ion. It is bonded with CH2ion. So it is bonded with CHClBr. CHClBr, boys. That means, so here first atoms are same, boys. So here remaining atoms, 2 hydrogens and iodine. Here hydrogen, chlorine, bromine. See here. Here two hydrogens, iodine, hydrogen, chlorine, bromine. So among these three, iodine has more atomic number. Iodine has more atomic number. So therefore, it has more priority. At least one atom is heavier to that carbon. Automatically that will get more priority. That means CH2I is more prior than CHClBr. CH2I more prior than CH. Okay. Very important point, boys. So very important. At least one atom is more. That means I'm writing like this. For example, so you should write like this. But I am writing I H H. So it is HClBr. So therefore, first atom it is automatically different, boys. That way it will get more priority, boys. So why you should write like HHI? I'm writing like IHH. I should write like IHH. Therefore, I should get first priority. So therefore, at least one atom you should have. So more bulkiness, that is more heavier. Automatically, that should be the more priority, boys. That should be the more priority. Okay. Next point. See here, boys. For example, CH double bond CH2. If this is the group attached to carbon, double bonded carbon, it is nothing but, see boys. So this is the carbon. Double bond means one bond with carbon, another bond with carbon. Therefore, CH, one bond with carbon, another bond also with carbon. That means this is C double bond C. That means this is the carbon attached with one bond carbon, another bond carbon. It is like this. Now this is the carbon ending. This carbon, one bond with carbon, another bond with carbon ending. So these two are same. Okay. So this is CH single bond, it is CH2. For example, C triple bond N. What does this mean? That is carbon bonded with nitrogen. 3 bonds are satisfied with nitrogen. Carbon, 3 bonds are satisfied with nitrogen. Next, nitrogen. So 3 bonds are satisfied with carbon. So 1, 2, 3. 3 bonds satisfied with carbon. So these two are same end. So by using this, you can identify priority conditions. By using this, for example, C double bond O. C double bond O. So CO group is there. That is nothing but carbon bonded with 2 oxygens. Oxygen bonded with 2 carbons. So these two are same end. These two are same. Okay, like this, we can identify which one has more priority, which one has less priority. So automatically more priority group same side. That is the same side means cis. Cis means what is that? E or Z? Z form. Cis means Z form. Okay, so like this priority you should identify, boys. Next, sixth point. That is lone pair has less priority than atom. Lone pair has less priority than atom. Whatever it may, even though hydrogen is there. So therefore, lone pair priority is less than that of hydrogen. Even though it is hydrogen, so it has less priority. Lone pair has less priority than hydrogen. Lone pair has less priority than hydrogen. See here once again 5th point. So that is when CH2 double bond CH. For example, see here I will explain with an example. For example, CH2 double bond CH2 C double bond C, boys. It is CH4. So among these two groups, which one is more prior? Among these two groups. So this is nothing but CH2. Sorry, it is CH. CH double bond CH2. That is a CH. So two bonds, one bond with carbon, another bond also with carbon. Two bonds. It is a CH2. So this is two bonds with carbon, one with carbon. So these two are same. So next CH4. CH4 is nothing but C double bond OH. It is nothing but carbon bonded with two oxygens. So two bonds with oxygen means two oxygens with hydrogen. With hydrogen. Okay. So now here directly attached atom carbon, carbon. Next carbon, but here oxygen. So therefore it has atomic number 6, it has atomic number 8. Therefore it has more priority than this one. It has more priority than this one. So this is the way to identify priority. Okay, now it's clear. Now it's clear or not? Very, very, very important. Clarified. Okay. So these are some rules, boys. These are some rules to explain which one has more priority, which one has less priority. Let us identify. Let us identify. So the given compounds. Why not related, Karthik? Why not? So this one and this one same. This one same. So this is we write like this. This one I am writing like this. So next apply our rules. Apply our rules. The first atom is same. Go for next. Go for next. So which one has more atomic number? That has more priority. So not always single rule is not clearly explains priority. So this is I am writing like this. This is I am writing like this. Okay. Already lone pair and other conditions I explained at the time of oxides. See here among lone pair hydrogen has more condition. Hydrogen has more priority. See here oxides condition. C double bond C, C double bond N. One should be lone pair. Another one is OH. This is CH3. C2H5 and C2H5. Among these two, it has lone pair, low priority. Okay. So here, but it is a ketoxide. Ketoxide is different. Ketoxide is different. That is entirely different case. I will explain. Please wait. Please wait. I will give some examples. Write whether the compound is a E form or Z form. See here, boys. Examples. C double bond C, CH3H, CH3H. Next, C double bond C, CH2CH3. It is CH2Cl. It is bonded with CH3. It is bonded with CH2OH. First one, second one. Tell me which one is cis, which one is that, or E or Z? EZ condition. Okay. Third one. C double bond C. Br of Cl. Fourth one. That is. Come on, try yourself, boys. Try. C double bond C. C double bond C. Just a minute, I'm writing. C double bond S, CH3, C triple bond CH, CHO bonded with NCN, CN. Fifth one, that is C double bond C, complete this one, complete that one. Complete that one, boys. First one, so it is a C double bond C axis. 1, 1. That means both the similar groups are in the same side. It is a cis format. It is not EZ. It is not EZ. It is a cis. Boys, EZ. It is a trans. It is a cis. Please be confident. Okay, if you write, so EZ notation, it is Z format. It is Z format. Okay, next part. Second one, see here. Here, so this is the carbon directly attached, boys. 2 hydrogens, it is carbon, it is chlorine. One of them is more atomic number, that is why it is more pair. So here also it is more pair. Therefore, cis condition means Z format. Cis condition means Z form. Next, bromine, iodine, chlorine, so therefore it is also Z form, boys. It is also Z form. Next, see here. C double bond, yes. That means, so carbon. Next sulfur, here carbon, so it has more priority. Next, carbon with oxygen, here carbon with nitrogen, it has more priority. Sorry, nitrogen, oxygen has more atomic number, sorry. It is a CH1. Because carbon attached with oxygen, here carbon attached with nitrogen. Any one of the atoms is more bulky one, that is more atomic number. That should be the more priority. And therefore, among these two, it is also cis form wise. That means it is also Z form wise. It is also Z form. Next, see here. This is carbon satisfied. Here carbon, but it is oxygen wise. Very next. Therefore, it has first priority. It has first priority. Next here, carbon. So next to sulfur, here carbon. So it is very next. Therefore, it has first priority. It has first priority. Therefore, more pair groups are on the opposite side. That is transformed. It is E format. It is E format. Next. So bulky groups are opposite sides. That means the trans. Trans means E condition. Trans means E. It has E condition. It is a cis condition. See, boys. So that is, it is a bulky. It has most priority. Has most priority. These two are in the opposite sides. That is a trans condition, boys. So that is why it is also E. It is also En. Okay. Next, that is so this is carbon, this is chlorine. It has more priority. So it is CH2Cl, it is CH2O. So chlorine has more atomic number. So therefore, it has more priority. So more prior groups are in the same site. Therefore, cis condition. Cis means Zn. Cis means Z. So this is the way to explain whether the compound is E form or Z form. So it is easy end. So sixth one. What is that sixth one? See here. It is bulky group. It is bulky group wise. Bulky groups are on the opposite side. Bulky groups. Fifth one. Okay. See here. It is directly attached positions. These are directly attached. This is attached next to sulfur. This is attached next to carbon. Among sulfur and carbon, which one has more atomic number? Sulfur has more atomic number. That's why it has more priority. Very next. Okay. Okay. Next. Next one. Which one, Kartik? Which one? Number, tell me. Sixth one. Okay, wait. Sixth one. See here. It is a trans. It is a trans. Trans means E format. So it is a trans. Opposite sides. Okay. This is bulky group. This is bulky group wise. For this, these are the bulky groups. Bulky groups are opposite sides. So therefore, trans condition. Trans is nothing but E form. Trans. That is why it is En. Next, at this double bond. See here. So for this is bulky group. For this is carbon, this is chlorine, this is bulky group wise. This is bulky group, this is bulky group. Therefore, it is a trans. It is a trans. Therefore, it is E format. It is a fluorine. Fluorine has more atomic number than carbon. Therefore, among carbon and fluorine, fluorine has more priority. So therefore, it is it has more priority. So carbon and hydrogen, carbon has more priority. So it is bulky groups opposite sides. Therefore, trans is nothing but E. Trans is nothing but E. Next, here, CH2Cl. So carbon cancel HCl boys. It is a HHO. So one of them is more atomic number. Chlorine has more priority. So it is more priority among these two. Next, among these two, here chlorine, it is carbon directly attached. Chlorine has more priority ending. So that means it is cis ending. Cis is nothing but Z format. So did you understand, Karthik? No doubt it is cis. Similar groups are in the same side. Cis. Yes. Similar groups are in the same side. Cis. If you write, so then it is considered as Z format. Otherwise, just it is a cis format. It is a cis format. So it is about EZ notation. EZ notation. Okay. So now let us discuss what are the applications of these geometrical isomers. So okay. Applications of cis-trans isomers, that is geometrical isomers boys. Okay, I will explain tomorrow. So now I am going to conclude this topic here. Okay, thank you, boys.